All right, so in this video, I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of accessing any of my communities. So the very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to actually sign up for the community itself. Okay, and so for this particular challenge, I have it set up that if the person already has an account with me, which I already created an account with this particular email address, then I make them sign in. So I'm going to actually sign in, if I can remember my password. And so I was able to successfully log in, and now I'm going to go through the process of signing up for this challenge. Once this is loaded, which it has, we are brought into the library. Now, the other membership that I have was for my Drips Healing Hub, but I also have the Planet to Passionate Challenge. And so once you are logged into my site over at sologuidetosuccess.com, you will then be able to access your products. So I'm going to hit access now, and it's going to take me to the community. Now, for this particular profile, I have access to 2 circles over here. So now I can go through the process of just kind of walking you through how to navigate within the communities. Because I have access to both, I'm going to use this as my example. So the way you can think of your circles are what you actually bought into. So if you bought into the Planet to Passionate Challenge, you're going to be in that circle. If you bought into the Drips Healing Hub, you're going to be in that circle. Now within your circles, you have what are called like threads. You can do a chat. So this one is actually set up as a chat. It's where I posted our community guidelines. And so people can ask questions, get feedback on this particular thread. Now I do have other ones set up. So for example, this is just kind of like a feed. And so with this, I can scroll through this as I would with a Facebook feed. And if I see anything that I like, then I can be inspired by it. And so that is what we call liking things. I can comment. So within each of my communities, I do have typically some sort of challenge or practice going on. So to get to the thread, in case anyone had any questions or anything, they would actually just click on daily reflection. Now I haven't actually posted anything in here, which I may actually do later, just to let people know how they can navigate to the challenges. So that's right up here. Now, right now, within this community, I am doing a gratitude challenge. It's a 20-day gratitude challenge, and this one will be going live tonight. It says tomorrow, but it'll be going live tonight at 6:45. And so once it goes live, you will be able to, this would say join, and then you would be able to actually post in. And so with this particular challenge, people can say what went well for them today or was a win. And for yesterday, I redesigned my website, so that was a win for me. Now you do have your meetups. So these are specific to the kind of ecosystem that you bought into. And so these particular meetups are for my 3-day business builder challenge. And so, for example, day 1, office hours. Now I'm not the host on this profile. I am just someone who is a participant. So I don't know that it will let me in, but I do have it set to go live at 6:45. So if I go in here, yeah, it's not going to. I can simply RSVP. But there is a live room, which I believe is always open. And so to actually enter into the room, you will first go through this kind of live room check. So it sounds good. Allow access to your camera and your microphone. And then you will load in. I am looking crazy right now. So but that's how you get in there. And then from here, you can do reactions, you can share your screen, you can control your mic, your camera, your chat. You can see who else is in the room with you. And then, of course, you can leave the room. And so when you leave, you confirm, but that's what the room will look like for the office hours. So since I am not the host on this profile, it will not let me in, but it will at 6:45. So those are just generally the areas that will be most frequented. So you're gonna have whatever you bought into over here, and then, like, for example, the Drips Healing Hub, I have a thread related to psilocybin alternative medicine only. I have a thread dedicated to the daily reflection challenge, so questions for that. There's a chat for the general questions and answers. Then the flagship part of the Diamond Drip Healing Hub is where people can just come here, ask me their wellness questions, and get actual individual feedback. Then we have Stoner Central, which is all things cannabis. And then I have kind of a catch-all for, because not every mushroom that I talk about is psychedelic. So I do have the psyche for psilocybin specifically, but here is where I could talk about just general mushrooms. So reishi mushrooms, lion's mane. I use this particular space to talk about meditation and sound healing for these two posts. But that is generally just what will get you into the different sections. And then, of course, you have your notifications, and if you ever wanted to send a direct message, you would just come here and do that. And that is the community, how you get in there, how you access it.